Hey everybody, today we need to have a quick chat about something called block quote formatting, which is what happens when you want to quote something from a story, but the quote that you want is 4 lines or longer. There's something special that you're supposed to do in order to make sure that we know exactly what the quote looked like in the text that you're taking it from. So as you can see, we have a student's example from the past. This is Isabel Chang's. If you know Izzy or see her, be sure to let her know that you learned from her work and say, thanks, Izzy. We learned a lot. Try not to sound as sarcastic as that, though. That would be bad. You should be pretty genuine. Anyway, you can see here, this is her body paragraph about the interlopers, her situational irony essay, and the body paragraph has her quote. And just for ease of viewing, I have bolded her quote for her. So that you can kind of see where it is in relation to the rest of it. So her quote here: "Are they your men?" asked Georg. "Are they your men?" he repeated impatiently, as Ulrich did not answer. "No," said Ulrich with a laugh, the idiotic, chattering laugh of a man unstrung with hideous fear. "Who are they?" asked Georg quickly, straining his eyes to see what the other would gladly not have seen. "Wolves," right? That's her quote. It is more than 4 lines long in the original text that it comes from. So we need to do block quote formatting. And here's what we do. We're going to get rid of the big quotation marks to start. And now we need to separate the quote from the rest of the text. So we do one of these and we do one of these. All right. So now we can sort of see that we have the quote separate from the rest of the body paragraph. And now we need to do a little more just to make it sort of seem like a special kind of text here. So we're actually going to move it over about a half an inch. And we do this by highlighting the text. And then we see this up here. This controls our margins. It's the left indent. And if you've got your text highlighted, you need to move it over on the ruler. So we can see we're at 0.56 over here. We're going to move it about a half an inch. So like 1.06. This is actually exactly half an inch. And we drop it. And there it is. Now that we've got this done, we want to obviously fix, there's some kind of wonky stuff going on over here with the indenting. So we're actually going to just make it a little more subtle. But wherever there was an indent in the original text, you should also have an indent in your copy. So always be careful to look very closely at where the indentations are. All right, so here we now have a quote. It is almost ready to go. So I'm unbolding it. And it looks just a little wonky to me in terms of spacing. So I'm just going to quickly highlight that. Let's go up to our spacing options and make sure it's all double spaced. Okay, so there clearly was something weird to fix there. And we are now almost done. All we need left is called an in-text citation. And actually, take note, because even if you're not using block quote format, you always need an in-text citation when you quote from a text. And it's very simple. All you need to do is have open parentheses. Now you're going to put only the page number from which this quote comes. And I happen to know that it comes from page 6, right? And then we close parenthesis. And now we're done. We have nothing more to do on the in-text citation. By the way, if let's say your quote was sort of like at the bottom of one page and at the top of another, you would simply go 6 to 7 and you'd be all done. But that's it. You don't need to have the author's last name there. You don't need to write the word page, literally just the number. Okay. And now that we are in block quote format, we need to make it look exactly the way that it looks in the original story. So these obviously should be regular quotation marks because that's what they are on the actual story. And I think Izzy just changed them because she wasn't using block quote format. And we know that when we're not using block quote format, when we have a quote within a quote, we surround all of the stuff being said within the story with single quotation marks. Okay, and now here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a finished block quote format. So if you have a quote of 4 lines or longer, you should make yours look exactly like this. And if you want help doing that, of course, I'm around to help you. But try it on your own. Try to mess with the margins up here and, just really try to recreate that format on your own. And obviously, if you get into trouble, I can help you out as well. All right. So please make sure to have proper quote formatting. Make sure you have an in-text citation, whether or not you use block quote formatting. And happy quoting.